Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have one exercise like on paper. If x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0, find values of x power 6 plus 1 divided by x power 6. Do you know how to solve this? If you know, please do it. When you do it all this, please come back to watch my video from beginning to the end to verify your solution. And before we go to the solution, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting video. Okay, now don't spend my time. We go to the solution together. You see our equation x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. So this, if I replace it by 0, so this replace it by 0, we get 0 squares and minus 0 minus 1 equals 0. It's not verifiable equation. So it will be not equal 0. So this, from this equation, okay, from x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0, and I change it from the left hand side to the right hand side. So I get x squared minus 1 equal 8. And now I divide both sides of this equation with 8. So this, I get x squared and minus 1 divided by 8 equal 8 divided by 8. And now this, we get x squared divided by 8 and minus 1 divided by 8 is equal 1. Also this, we simplify 8 and x squared. So this, I get 8 and minus 1 divided by 8 is equal 1. Okay, now this. First, I raise both sides of this equation to square. So this, you get 8 and minus 1 divided by 8. All squares equal 1 square. And this, we just derivative half a and minus b all squares is equal a squared minus 2ab and plus b squared. And I use this rule to expand up this equation. Also is we get x squared minus 2 and multiply 8 and multiply 1 divided by 8 and plus 1 divided by 8 all squares is equal 1. Okay, now this, we get x squared and this x, we simplify it, so we get it's minus 2 and plus this, we get 1 squared and x squared. So this 1 squared is equal 1 and divided by x squared is equal 1. Okay, now this, I change 2 from the left hand side to the right side. So I get x squared and plus 1 divided by x squared equal 1 plus 2 and equal 3. Okay, now this, our equation x squared plus 1 divided by x squared. Exponent is 2. But our exercise, if we want to find the values of x power 6. So this, we know that 6 is equal 2 and multiply 3. So now we get x squared plus 1 divided by x squared is equal 3. So this, I raise both sides of this equation to power 3. So we get x squared and plus 1 divided by 8 squares all power 3 is equal 3 power 3. Okay, this we use the rule that we have a plus b all power 3 is equal a power 3 and plus 3 a square b and plus 3 a b squared and plus b power 3. And now I write a plus b immediately. So it's equal a power 3 and plus b power 3 and plus this. I take 3 ab's out of factors, so we get 3 ab's and multiplies a plus b. So now I use this rule to find the values of 8 power 6 and plus 1 divided by 8 power 6. And this we get 8 squares all power 3 and plus 1 divided by 8 squares all power 3 and plus 3 and multiply 8 squares and multiply 1 divided by 8 squares and multiply 8 squares plus 1 divided by 8 squares is equal 27. Okay, now this, we use the rule that we have a power m or power n is equal a power m multiply n. And so this, we get 2 and multiply 3 is equal 8 power 6 and plus this we get 1 power 3 and this 8 power 2 and multiply 3. So we get 1 divided by 8 power 6 and plus this. We simplify 8 squares and 8 squares. So we get 3 and multiply this 8 squared plus 1 divided by 8 squared is equal 3. So this we replace by 3 is equal 27. So this 3 and multiply 3 we get 9 and I change it from the left hand side to the right hand side. So we get 8 power 6 and plus 1 divided by 8 power 6 is equal 27 and minus 9 and it's equal 18. Thus 8 power 6 and plus 1 divided by 8 power 6 is equal 18 is our solution. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting video. Goodbye.